violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Police are looking for a woman accused of shooting two sisters. They just released her photo. 20-year-old Melanie Bazan is charged.
And that's crazy. You got the women out here becoming shooters. Okay? Yep, that's right. You got the women out here becoming shooters. It looks like she shot two other women who were sisters. Some type of cat fight that escalated. Maybe it's over a man. But these are young women. The youth are devolving and quickly. And she's smiling about this. She thinks it's cute. And obviously she's going to get a slap on the wrist. But this just goes to show that these burrito grimlitas are on demon time.
With 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. On July 17th, police say she got into a fight with the sisters at an apartment complex on Village Way and Telephone Road.
What'd I say?
She ran after those shots were fired. The women were taken to the hospital. If you know where Basan is, call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS.
Used life-saving tactics to help save 2 women who were shot in Southwest Houston overnight. Police say the 2 were bystanders when a shootout happened on BitChute near Willcrest around 12:30 this morning. Officers applied tourniquets to these women before they were taken to the hospital.
It looks like, man, these apartment complexes all across the USA taking big L's. Obviously, it looks like the hood, the projects. You got shootings going on all day. People chanting, defund the police. I mean, it's ridiculous.
The shooters have not yet been caught.
Called jugging has made a resurgence in our area. Hi, I'm Steve Eager.
And I'm Heather Hayes. A Richardson woman says that she was watched at the bank, then followed, then assaulted by a robber, stealing her money and her valuables. She tells Fox 4's Sean Rabb how it happened.
And it happened to Lisa Steele right here in Richardson outside the post office on Coit Road about 10 minutes after it opened.
I was in shock. I was in shock.
Lisa Steele could not believe what was happening when she left the post office at 400 Coit Road in Richardson, walking just a few feet to her car December 16th, a little after 10 in the morning.
My car was parked right here, and I rounded the corner, and a man was waiting for me.
Sheesh. Care to give a description? Jugging, as they called it, jugging, is not anything new. It just means stealing from other people. This is a term that was originated in the Communitah. And this jugging trend is making a comeback. I mean, as a matter of fact, it never left. But now the general public is starting to see it. Usually people would commit these jugs on, drug dealers or guys in the streets, whatever. But now they're targeting innocent people.
And he asked me if I had been to the bank, and I said no, and I pulled away trying to get closer to my car. He started grabbing my purse. He put his hand in his pocket, said he had a gun.
She struggled with him for her handbag.
We continued to wrestle, even on the ground. I had a skinned knee. That was all that happened physically. But he ultimately got my purse.
Running down the parking lot to a waiting car, speeding to North Park Mall, and before 10:30 had used her credit card.
This is called jugging.
Yes.
It's a scheme to catch people unaware and hit them as they leave a bank or other financial institution.
I learned that word. I had no idea. So yes, bank jugging is now in my vocabulary.
While she told them,
it's not jugging, it's jugging. So we really need to understand the enunciation of this term so that you can identify what's going on with you, and maybe people are talking around you about hitting a lick or jugging somebody. Maybe it can help you in the future to be able to recognize how it's actually pronounced.
The man she hadn't been to the bank, she had. Getting cash at this Chase Bank, Coit and Campbell. Then driving south to the post office, and he knew it.
There were about 4 other ladies in line ahead of me, waiting. So obviously, I was his target.
But you do have a couple a year that we see like this.
Richardson police say carry only what you need when you go out. Try to notice people in vehicles, and don't try to fight back.
Let the property go. Become the best witness that you can for us at that point. You know, observe everything you can. Try to remember everything you can.
So they telling you to give it up, straight up. Give it up. Surrender to the criminals. These super jugging gremlins are on demon time.
About the person.
A brief brush with crime with a long-term effect.
It's really made me paranoid, more nervous, more cautious.
Richardson police say these jugging incidents happen in cycles, and they want you to be aware. Pay attention to your surroundings and pay attention to see if there may be anyone following you, even as you drive. Sean Rabb, Fox 4 News.
And it is our top story tonight, jugging. You may never have heard the word before, but it's a crime of opportunity Temple police say is happening more and more here in Central Texas.
Right, but they're looking for you. You become a mark. Over the last few years, authorities say a pattern of jugging has emerged. 6 News reporter Darren Wallace joins us now live in studio to talk about this. Tell us what it is and how you can avoid becoming a victim. Darren?
Guys, jugging isn't just a word the kids are using. It's a dangerous crime that happens when bystanders watch you make big money ATM withdrawals and follow you.
Oh, but the kids are using it because a lot of these super gremlins are committing these jugs, okay? And the kids are the one doing it. 13, 14, 15. We've even seen gremlins as young as 9 on this channel shooting people in the head. You know, stealing, beating old men to death with traffic cones. We've seen it all. So yes, you need to be aware of these kids.
After you leave the bank hoping to steal your money from you. I spoke with Temple Police today to see how you can avoid being next.
Jugging is something that's come up in the law enforcement community within the past several years. As a term. It actually originated out of the Houston area.
Temple police say the best way to avoid being jugged is to be aware of your surroundings when you're going to the bank. Bystanders will watch you and wait for you to make a big withdrawal, and once you do and you leave, they will follow you.
And follow you anywhere. The man I spoke with told me he drove over to Sam's Club just a few hundred feet away from the Bank of America.
The anonymous man then went inside this Sam's Club for what he says was no longer than 30 to 35 minutes. He parked in a handicapped spot, and when he came back, his car was broken into, glass all over the ground, and he said the man that did it was looking for his money.
So I just went straight over to Sam's, went in and got my stuff, and damn, I seen all this stuff shattered and glass shattered.
Temple PD officer Casey Shepard says juggers will try to catch you by watching you closely.
You have an individual who is watching banks, watching for the individual who they believe is making a large withdrawal, and then ultimately breaking into that car and stealing that withdrawal once they get to their destination.
And when they catch you at your destination, they make their move. They're going after your money, so don't give them a chance to take it.
I wouldn't be able to stress enough how important it is that you take that deposit, or that withdrawal that you make, and take it out of the car. If you leave it in the car, you're leaving that item there for them to be able to steal.
And again, Shepard says awareness is the biggest key to avoid being a target.
If you see anyone watching you as a customer, that's important, especially at a bank, because you never know what their intentions might be. If you're seeing someone that's paying that extra attention, make sure to be vigilant. Keep an eye on them, keep an eye on what vehicle they're driving to make sure that you don't become a victim.
Shepard says, don't think this isn't prevalent in Central Texas, even though it started down in Houston. Be aware of your surroundings and don't leave money in your car so you don't have to have any issues with people.
The fact that they think jugging started in Houston is, I mean, it's laughable. It just shows how unaware and tone deaf the general public is of these super gremlins on demon time.
People stealing from you guys.
Wow. All right. Thanks, Darren.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Houston police are searching for the shooter who opened fire on a Porsche, killing a woman.
Yeah, 2 other people went to the hospital from that scene. It happened along Richmond Avenue near.
What did I tell you? Women, children, anybody can get it in the Communitah. This one just so happens to be a female rapper. Remember, I predicted this. Jenquavius predicted this. Nobody else but Jenquavius predicted this. I said this last year, actually. I said that the female rappers were going to start having ops. The female rappers were going to start getting robbed and killed like P&B Rock. The female rappers were going to, start dropping like flies, just like the men. I said this because it's about the hip-hop Communitah. It's about the image, the music, the way of life, the lifestyle. These super rapping gremlins are on demon time.
Chimney Rock around 2:30 this morning. It's where we find ABC 13 reporter Courtney Carpenter. She is live for us this morning with an update from police. Courtney.
Yeah, good morning, Jeff and Courtney. The investigation continues out here. Police are still trying to figure out why this happened. A lot of their investigation has focused on this silver Porsche SUV. You can't see it right now. It's on the other side of those police cars. So when police got here around 2:40 this morning, they say they found the SUV stopped in the westbound lane of Richmond just before Chimney Rock. Inside the SUV, there were 2 women who had been shot. They say the driver was
2 women.
sadly pronounced dead here on the scene. The passenger was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover. Now, they say they also found a 3rd person who had been shot nearby, a man. He was also taken to the hospital. But so far this morning, they don't have a suspect description or any idea of why this happened.
We don't have any information about motive at this time. It could be road rage, could have been a robbery. We just don't know. We don't have enough information at this time to make a determination.
Now, police say they do have several witnesses that are speaking with homicide this morning. They're hoping that they can get some information from these folks that can lead them in the right direction of figuring out exactly what happened here. Now, so far this morning, we don't have any more description of those victims. We just know those 2 women and 1 man. We don't know how old they are just yet, but of course, we'll continue to bring you the latest information. Reporting live here in the Galleria area, Courtney Carpenter, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, so the woman who was shot and killed in that double shooting there in Houston, was it, right? Was none other than Lil Uzi Vert's rapper, artist, Lotta Cash Desto. And obviously she is flaunting her cash, flaunting her money. Here she is seen with another rapper, No Cap. And it appears that, she was flossing, she was shining. She had the Balenciagas on. She had all of these nice rental cars. I don't think those were actually her cars, but she's posing with them. She's got the chains. It's crazy, y'all. But these rappers are getting taken out. Obviously, she was a street chick. As a matter of fact, I believe she actually went to school with my sister, and they knew each other, had some beef. Apparently, this girl used to, push that yayo. Okay? So, she was heavily involved in the streets. And it shows. Unfortunately, she was gunned down. Could be considered a hate crime. This is a member of the LGBT Communitah. So it's so many things going on in the Communitah. It's sickening. You have these women who are murdering people. You also have women who are being murdered. It's wild, but she was definitely flashy, definitely flossing, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was a robbery. Let's see what's on her story. Lil Uzi Vert makes a post about it. And that's pretty much it. Not much going on here. But, you know, a lot of people might even say that this could be a sacrifice. We don't really understand what goes on in the music industry, but we know that it is demonic in nature. As you can see, the tattoo on Lil Uzi Vert is, it looks like it's like a devil, demogorgon type thing. Maybe the Predator. I can see the horns right here, so yeah, probably the devil. But this is the type of life that she was living, like I said, and she's dead now. These super rapping gremlins are on demon time.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.